when these two guys are back there, we just got to watch our back checking really hard.
Yeah.
You know, they're just not. See that? That's 3 on 1. And that's what you want, is a big slapper.
Yeah. Well, you're probably thinking to yourself, that gear looks pretty familiar, and you'd be right. If you'll recall, just a few videos ago, I took this 1995 Cooper Reactor 4 set out for a game, and I wore a Canucks sweater with it. In that video, which I'm going to put a link to up there in the corner and down in the description, I talked a little bit about the pads and the gloves, a little bit about the different features of them, and then also that I had to do some touch-up work on them. But what I didn't talk about in that video was, after touching up the black and a little bit of the red on the gloves and the pads, that game, I noticed during especially the first period that I was transferring a lot of black into the ice. And I've never experienced that with any of the touch-ups I've done on gear before. It was pretty mind-boggling to me, because at the end of that game, the pads weren't really worn very bad. So I wasn't sure why that happened. During the course of that next week, I spent some time wiping them down with a wet cloth, and sure enough, it was transferring black to that cloth. I don't know why, except for I probably over painted on some of the areas that weren't worn, and maybe that didn't bond. My other theory is I use a waterproofing sealant. It comes in like an aerosol can. And I do remember that when I was doing these pads and gloves, I was like at the end of a can. And it's a can that I've had for quite a while. It was kind of splattery when I was spraying it. It may have missed areas or something. I'm not really sure. Anyhow, I wiped them all down. I wiped them quite a bit with a wet cloth, and as soon as I stopped seeing more black happen on the cloth I was using, I let them dry, and then I brought them over and I used a fresh new can of the sealant, and then decided I needed to get them back out on the ice and test my improvements. In this game that you're about to watch, which is the second time I wore them, everything went great. Not one spot of black on the ice. So obviously I've solved that problem. The only issue with me showing you them right now in the current condition, there's one more video coming up with the same pads and gloves again, because then I wanted to give it one more test just to show you, when you watch my videos, you see how I play, you see I use the face of the pad on a pretty regular basis, and I wanted to show how the pads hold up after I've done some touch up. So in the next video, I'm going to show some more close-ups of these and also show kind of the 3 phases. So when I got them, when I touched them up, and then now after 3 games. Since I was taking the pads and gloves out, I decided I would change things up a little bit, and I went with a Badger BSM 1H. That's a hinged face mask. It's one I put together with parts from a couple that I have. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have a back plate on there because I've since needed the back plate for another one that I had put together that I'll be showing off in a future video. I did wear the Reactor 5 chest protector again, and I wore red CCM Supra pants. And then for the jersey, I went with the New Jersey Devils just to change it up that little bit. And for the stick this time, Cooper's Super Pro Light. Really like the look of this particular style with the, it's the red, but it has the black fiberglass lines that are showing. So there you have it. That's all I'm going to talk about as far as the gear this time. The game video is coming up. Like I said in the last video, my son has joined our beer league team, and so he's wearing the helmet camera. I'm trying to mix in some clips from that point of view and maybe, you know, kind of show off the team a little bit more for their own enjoyment when and if they watch these videos, as well as maybe some other, you know, front-facing views of me while I'm playing. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know anybody that might want to see a video about the gear or the gameplay, please share it with them. If you got anything to say, comments about the gameplay or the gear, drop a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Went in 3-1 after 1. After 2. One win.
Got a W.
Good job, boys.
Oh, man.
Good job, boys.
Good bleeping game. Touchdown game.
If you're on camera, I'll have to bleep you now, dang it. Good job, boys. Good job. Good job, boys. Great game. Great game. Great game. Hey, I know a guy that can check that prescription on your visor, buddy. Have a good one.